Yo, fellas, what's going on? This is none other than your gracious game advisor, yours truly, King Dre. And today we're going to talk about being masculine. I'm going to give you 3 tips to help you with your masculine frame. But first, I need you guys to like the video and subscribe to the channel. And also hit the notification bell. That way you can get this good player shit fresh off the press. Now, let's talk about this masculine frame thing, right? And in the manosphere and in this YouTube space and this internet space where men getting together chopping up game, a lot of these guys, especially younger guys, have a misconception about what a masculine frame is. A lot of you guys think a masculine frame is like, having on a scowl on your face and your face all scrunched up and you quiet and your shoulders are broad and you're not saying nothing and you're looking mean and tough. That's not a masculine frame, especially if that's not who you are. You just a fucking wannabe. You understand? I'm gonna let you guys know what a real masculine frame is. Masculine frame is everything on the inside of you, how you carry yourself on the inside, your character, right? And I'm going to give you 3 tips that you can implement to your game, 3 things that you can implement to your character so you can become masculine. Masculinity is not about looking tough and being silent and looking mean on a date when you got a woman in front of you. That's not what masculinity is. Masculinity is about certain character traits, right? And the first trait that I'm going to give you is ambition. Masculinity is all about ambition. Now, what does ambition have to do with looking tough and looking mean and looking on a date like this and not smiling and shit? Absolutely nothing. You can be masculine and smiling. You can be masculine and goofy. You can be masculine and funny, right? Masculinity, one of the components to masculinity is ambition. Men who are are ambitious, sorry, are considered masculine. That's one of the traits of being ambitious. You guys have to want more out of life. You guys have to always strive for the best, and that's basically what ambition is: wanting more and striving for more and wanting the best out of life, and going to working towards that. You guys have to want more out of life. You guys have to want more money. You guys have to want to see yourself in a better position always, and not just yourself, but the people who follow you. If you're an alpha male, like you say you are, alpha men have people who follow them, right? Alpha males have people who follow them and people who depend on them. And you have to have the ambition to take not only you to the promised land, but your people to the promised land. And people meaning maybe your women or your woman or whoever, or your family, take them to the promised land. And this is why women respect men with ambitious, because that ambitious will make their lives comfortable, right? But that's what masculinity is about. Being driven and wanting more out of life, wanting to get more money, wanting to get a raise, wanting to be the best that you can be, wanting to be the best version of yourself. That's what masculinity is about. And if you embody ambition, then you are one step closer to having the complete masculine frame. Another thing too, to go with ambition, right? Masculinity is about conquering and dominating, not necessarily by force and like kicking in people's doors and tying them up and shit, but just like conquering people. Like, if you meet a woman and she likes you and she give you her number, and you bag her, you conquer her. When you meet a friend, right? When you meet a guy and you become friends with him and you win this friend over, you conquer them. When you get a promotion, you conquer them. When you get a sale in your business, whenever you get a sale, whenever that Stripe go off or that PayPal go off, you're conquering. You're going out, slaying the dragon, and you coming back home with it. That's what masculinity is about. And conquering, the need to conquer is a part of being ambitious. You understand what I'm saying? Always strive to be ambitious. And if you're not ambitious, you really count for nothing. And women really don't respect men who are not ambitious. Uh, Actually, being ambition and a man having ambition is almost as important as confidence when it comes to women. So that's the first key, or one of the first tips that you can implement to your character so you can become more masculine and have a real masculine frame. Number 2, decisiveness. You have to make decisions. I don't know, and I don't know this. I don't know what I'm gonna do today. I don't know where we're gonna go eat. I don't know what I'm gonna do with my life. That's not masculinity. Masculinity knows what it wants and it does it. It makes definite decisions and it goes with that decision, right or fucking wrong. You have to train yourself as men to be decisive. Women find that very, very attractive. And not just for women, but for yourself. So you're not stuck in a loop of procrastination and not going nowhere. When you're not, I would rather I would rather take the wrong path than to not start at all. You understand what I'm saying? I would rather make a decision and that decision be the wrong decision than to not make a decision at all and stall out. You understand what I'm saying? Because at least if I make progress, even if it's not, I didn't do it right or whatever, at least I made a decision. You understand what I'm saying? Masculinity is about being decisive. So always practice, even in the smallest of things, practice making definite decisions. All that I don't know shit, you have to throw that out. Even if you wrong, so what? Make decisions and stand up on those decisions and set out to accomplish the decisions that you made. So if you make a decision and say, hey, you know I'm gonna do this today, get your ass up and do that today. But don't sit around not knowing what you want to do, not knowing what you want to eat today, not knowing what you want to wear. And truth be told, women have screening mechanisms in place to tell if a guy is indecisive or not. And indecisiveness in a man is one of the biggest turnoffs to a woman. Women have screening mechanisms in place. A woman can sit and talk to you for 30 minutes or 10 minutes or whatever, and she'll know that you indecisive and it'll turn her off. So always make definite decisions. And when you're a guy who makes decisions, women find you attractive, right? And another tip with that, when you set in a date with a woman, right, with this to show a woman that you're decisive, when you set in a date with her, never say shit like, oh, we should get together, or we should get together sometime, right? And hoping that she, say okay, and hoping that she say okay and she plan it, or would you like to hang out sometime? That when she hears shit like that, you indecisive and she already indecisive. So now y'all both sitting around stuck, and she like, well, I don't know. I gotta check my schedule. Let me see it and all that shit. That's because she don't know either. She expecting you to lead and be decisive. Instead, this is what you say. Are you free Friday? Yes, I'm free Friday. Okay, cool. Let's go get pizza. Let's go shoot some pool. We can go, go get, I know a good taco spot, around the corner. I know a good taco spot downtown, or I know a good place we can walk and catch the lights in the skyline and walk on the river walk or whatever. I know a place, and, we can go there at 9. Be ready. That's decisiveness. And when women see that in you, it turns them on. So masculinity, one of the qualities or one of the characteristics of masculinity is decisiveness. A man that knows what he wants and makes decisions, right or fucking wrong. Now, the third tip to add to yourself so you can become more masculine and have a masculine frame is emotional fortitude, not letting your emotions dictate your actions. This is very, very important, and this is a hard thing to do on your journey in this thing called life. You have to practice this and you have to work on this. We all have emotions. Everybody has emotions, right? But a man should never let his emotions dictate his actions. A man should never let his emotions dictate what come out his mouth. Prime example, your girl make you upset. Don't fly off the handle, be like, oh, you stinking fat bitch and all that. But now you reacting emotional, and now she knows that she can control you. Even excitement, or even greed, or even because all of these are emotions, or lust. You should never make emotional decisions. You understand what I'm saying? You should always sit back and think logically, especially large decisions that can affect your life. But always strive, right? Always strive to control your emotions. And controlling your emotions don't mean suppressing your emotions. As a human being, again, you're going to have emotions, right? But learn how to not let those emotions dictate your actions. When you have the when you have the emotions, sit through them, process them. Let's say you happy, right? You get a whole bunch of money, you happy, you excited, right? And you want to go buy some shit. That's an emotion. Don't let that don't let that emotion make you fuck up your money because you acting on that emotion. Sit, enjoy the happiness, be happy, and when you level headed, then you go buy some shit, right? So you don't blow all your fucking money, and you clear headed when you making decisions, and you won't spend all your fucking money because you're excited. Or when you upset and you sad, you don't go do some dumb shit. Or when you angry, you don't haul off and go punch a girl in the mouth because you angry. Sit and acknowledge that you angry, process it, feel the emotions. The key again is to not let the emotions dictate your actions, but every man should strive to master his emotions. And again, mastering your emotions is not feeling your emotions. Mastering your emotions is not suppressing your emotions. That's actually toxic, and that's going to fuck with you mentally, and that's going to tax your mental health. Process your emotions. If you want to get your emotions out, express yourself, but don't let your emotions dictate your actions, and don't let your emotions dictate what come out of your mouth. You understand?